Camera rolls.
No, this is my first time.
Nice.
My first time in America, my first time. And Vegas is the first country, or the first place to visit in America. You know, what a place to visit for your first one. But
Yeah, nice.
yeah, I love it out here. I really like it out here.
Cool.
What's your first thoughts? Yeah.
Huh?
What are your first thoughts of it?
It's a freaky town. Bunch of freaky people, yeah.
So before your career is done, will you be the UFC featherweight champion at one point?
100%. 100% I'll be the UFC featherweight champion. I don't feel pressure. I don't feel pressure. You know what I mean? Put more pressure on me, because right now I don't feel no pressure. You know what I mean? So I don't feel pressure. People say I've got the weight of a nation on my shoulders. You know what I mean? Well, then throw a few more nations on, because I don't feel that weight. You know what I mean? Throw Scotland on there. Throw them all on, because I don't feel it. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I'm doing. I've been feeling like this guy all the time. You know what I mean? So I feel like the champ already. You know what I mean? So I keep going, keep doing my thing, and open doors for everyone. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do. This as well as lead the way. I'm leading the way from my countrymen and the European or the Irish scene, of course. You know what I mean? And maybe the Scottish and the Welsh and all those other nations. You know, I want to help open the doors for those guys. You know, show them that we can do this. We can compete, and we're not here to fuck about. You know what I mean? Our level is as good as all over the world. You know what I mean? So we're only getting started though. Sometimes, like, I might, like, let's say I'm looking at some guy fighting, and then I'll try and do some of the shit he's doing. You know what I mean? I'll try and practice that shit as well. You know what I mean? Like Diaz and all the way they were kind of doing their thing. I start approaching my boxing a little bit like that, you know, and then looking at Anderson, the way he approached it, and then taking some things from him, and then taking some things from Chuck, and taking some things from George. I approach this game with a learning mind. You know what I mean? I'm open to it all, and I'm looking to make I can move in many ways, you know what I mean? That's because the reason I can move in many ways is because I'm open to all styles. I look to study everyone, you know what I mean? So in order to be successful at this game, you need to be able to move in multiple ways, you know what I mean? There is many ways that the human body can move to attack and to defend itself, you know what I mean? And there's so many moves that have not been seen yet, you know what I mean? I have some shots in the book that just have not been seen yet, and I look forward to showing them, you know, showing what I'm about. And having some little 23-year-old kid or whatever in this seat in a few years' time talking about me like I'm talking about Chuck and talking about Anderson and talking about those guys, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? To build a legacy and to be remembered as one of the greats. Sorry, I'm bopping again. I like to move a little bit, you know what I mean? I was talking about them movements.
Okay. Do you have any pre-fight rituals before you go out?
No. Here's another thing about rituals, yeah? Fuck rituals. Rituals is another word for fear. Oh man, I forgot my lucky pants. Fuck, I'm gonna lose. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? What? Lucky pants? Or lucky something? Or I have to drink this before I go out? Or I have to bless myself 55 times and do... You know what I mean? It's all just another word for fear. You're afraid. So you're trying to tell yourself, I need to do this. I've done this before and it worked. This little detail that I done in my warm-up or something, I done that and it worked. Now I must always do it. You could throw me in there any f***ing time. You know what I mean? You could throw me in there. I don't need no rituals. You could warm me up. I could warm up in this chair. You know what I mean? And throw me out there and I'm still going to perform. I'm still going to go out and do what I do. There is no rituals. Rituals to me is another word for fear. Superstitions and all that shit. It's just another word for fear. And I don't fear nothing.
So it sounds like you are the last person that would ever give an excuse why you lost.
No, there is no excuse. You know what I mean? It's... like I've been beat before, you know what I mean? I've lost MMA fights, I've lost boxing fights, I've lost so many fights in the gym, you know, I lose all the time, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. If you, any true martial artist will know, in order to succeed at this game, you must lose a fucking shitload of times, you know what I mean? You must lose many times, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. We all have the same emotions, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's at the end of the day, it's me in one it's one guy in one dressing room and it's the other guy in another dressing room. Two of them scared shitless. You know what I mean? Who's gonna be more scared? You know what I mean? So I don't bitch and moan. We all have the same emotions. We have all won and we have all lost. It's a sport. It is what it is, you know. Just get on with it. Look to learn from it, you know. The day you stop trying to learn is the day you start losing, you know what I mean? So I'm always gonna learn regardless of the result, you know what I mean? Win or lose, I will take something from it all. And you know the way people say, you learn more from your losses and things like that. That is true. You learn a lot from your losses, but as well as that, you learn from your wins. People can say, let's say you beat a guy, then you're at the beating that guy. You're a winner now. You know what I mean? You're a winner. So now I get to take the foot off the pedal. I don't need to learn so much. I'm at the beating this guy. I'm a winner. You know what I mean? That's gonna stop you. That can take over people, especially in this game. When you're signed to the UFC and there's all media things going on and there's people looking for pictures and shit. That can take over. That can make you feel like you're bigger than you are. You know what I mean? That happens to guys. You ever see guys that? I see guys all the time coming in that are around this company since day one, and their performances just stay the same. They stagnate. You know what I mean? That's the word, stagnate. Their performances stagnate, and then they get even worse. You know, they arrive on for the fight out of shape, not looking in shape, barely made weight, sloppy, sluggish. You know what I mean? That's not going to be me. I stay ready. I'm always in shape. You know what I mean? You're not going to catch me out of shape. Win or lose, I'm going to be ready to go. No ego. You know, you can't have an ego in this game. We've all won. We've all lost. It is what it is. Just keep going. Keep doing your thing. Keep working hard. The definition of a martial artist is an open mind. Is open to all styles of combat. He never questions anything. Never has. Nothing is ever wrong. You know what I mean? You ever see guys? We do this and that's wrong. I do things this way, and that way is wrong. What are you doing that way? That way is wrong. You know what I mean? Nothing is wrong. Like I said before, everything works. A true martial artist has an open mind, and of course, a true martial artist is peaceful. You know what I mean? Peaceful in his approach to life, and that to me is a true martial artist, and that's what I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I try and be peaceful sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I say some shit and that, get myself in trouble and all, but again, I'm still only learning. But to me, a martial artist has an open mind and is peaceful.
So how big can this sport get? It's still a baby.
Yeah, she's still a nipper, all right, but it's growing every day. You know, the sky's the limit with this sport. I mean, it's branching out into different nations, and when the stars emerge from each nation, and then they're going to bring countries with them. You know what I mean? So this is only early days. You know what I mean? So the sky is the limit, and then when we get to the sky, we can hit space. You know what I mean?
Conor, you're good.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's perfect.
Thank you, man.
Cool.